Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. In the slot on the right is Graham.
3 down, 3 down.
Right, Booker team.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike, 50.
Daylight. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Time right. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Right, creating.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Now Wilson on first down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Right, creating.
47's the Mike.
On 2nd down, Wilson. That is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Scobie now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, this is Micah Hyde. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle defense getting set to go. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual. This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down.
319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Jeff Janis has it complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. A dump off to Lacy. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
58.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
319!
Right there.
Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field.
319!
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right? The big fella, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Scobie now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks defense working their way back out onto the field. And last time they got the fourth down stop, looked like they might surrender points. Ball got on their side of the field. But then they snatched that momentum. What's that like for that defense?
Oh, it's phenomenal because some doubt's starting to creep in as you're giving up yardage, trying to figure out a way to slow them down. But with some suddenness to turn things around, to flip the script, as the guys like to say, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, it was a big-time play. Now we'll see if they can do it again. Now Lacey, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Tight right, tight right.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Here's Rodgers, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well.
Throw is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Out to the flat for Lacey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A nice carry there of 15 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's
from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Double tight, double tight.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Rolls the lone man in the backfield, and they'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Third down and 8 now.
Check 3. Switch.
47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he lost the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And as the referee is under the hood, and we're seeing this as well, he's watching. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They come out here in the eye.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. I don't even know why
The play clock's running down. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. About 3 yards there to the 27. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
3 down, 3 down.
Side, 380. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Time running out here on the play clock. They go again with Rawls. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
We got 3. We got 3.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now Wilson. He's got his man. It's Curse. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. In the slot on the right is Graham.
Hey,
Side, 380.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Whoa!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind. But he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Number 12. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Even. 4 down. Even. 319. 54.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Pass incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Wilson to give to Rawls. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Third down and 3.
Double tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
They run with a power back. Rawls. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Like 50, like 50. Oh, dead.
And the storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Seahawks, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.